Be willing to give and open to receive. This one is a tender one. This is Tamara Fleming, and I'm the author of upSwing, 80 Mindful Practices to Shift Your Life from Blues to Bliss. And I spent a lot of time today thinking about giving, the art of giving and the art of receiving. And there are so many different flavors. There are some negative flavors of giving that actually cut off the flow from the universe. And I want to talk about those first. So the first one is giving to get, which is maybe you're giving to get love, maybe you're giving to get acknowledgement, maybe recognition for something. So you're giving to get, so it's really not free giving. The second one that I thought of was giving because of a sense of lack. So in other words, you're giving, but it's never enough, so you're an overgiver. You give and you give and you give, and you may not receive, which we'll talk about in a second, but you're an overgiver. And you also maybe have an expectation that there's something that should be received in return. So we know the old adage that the more you give, the more you receive, but to receive without expectation. We'll talk about that in a second coming up. And then there's giving from resentment or reluctance. In other words, you give something, but you really don't want to give it. So you cut off, again, the energy and the spirit of true giving. So what is giving? If you think about it, and you really lean into it, giving is love. Giving is giving freely. Giving is love. It's abundant. It's endless. It's without expectation. It's of anything coming back to you in return. So giving is love. And if you're a person who hasn't maybe had a lot of love in your life, then it may be difficult for you to give in the way that you really want to. So there are a lot of ways to look at giving. If you take responsibility for giving, and you're not, you look at yourself in terms of your own behavior, so you take responsibility for that, and you look at your motives for giving, pretty quickly you can start to see if it's really coming from a true, genuine place of love, or if there's some ulterior motive behind it. All right, so that's a little bit about giving. And then on the other side, you have receiving. So opening to receive, being open to receive, is being open without the expectation to receive something in return. And if you think about that through the lens of love, then it's open. It's endless. There's no expectation. There's no thought that goes with it that has any boundary on it. So when you're open to giving and you're also open to receiving, so some people, it's very difficult for them to receive, which really literally means that they're cutting off love. So when you receive and you receive well, you're not cutting off love. You're actually getting the love to flow. So there's a balance, a yin and a yang in giving and receiving that is a really healthy way for us to live in this world, in this life. So that's what I have to say about being willing to give and being open to receive. Comment below and let me know what you think about this. And what do you think about giving and receiving? And also, if you haven't joined me yet, go to upswingbook.com and join the journey. There's so much more coming. I just can't even, I'm bursting at the seams with what's in the future here for upSwing and all the information. So happy, happy, happy day, and be open to and willing to give and be open to receive. Much love. Bye-bye.